Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is compare a couple of mid-size SUVs. So next to me here I have the Subaru Forester in the Wilderness trim, and we're going to compare this to the Mazda CX-50, the Meridian Edition. So we'll check out the interior, some of the cool stuff on the exterior, and see which one might be best for you. Okay, so let's start with the Subaru Forester. Now again, this is the Wilderness Edition, so you're gonna get a ton of really cool equipment, maybe like going camping or going off-roading. The Subaru Wilderness is absolutely one you have to look at. It's got 9.2 inches of ground clearance, so it's gonna sit a little bit higher than the standard Forester, and it's gonna have a ton of cool styling. On the exterior, you'll notice some of the blacked out trim and the badges, and you're also gonna notice these 17-inch blacked out wheels, and this is gonna have the Yokohama Geolanders on here, so it's gonna give you a little bit more bite if you are doing some off-roading. Now, a few other things to designate this from the other one. This is the autumn green metallic color, which looks amazing out here in the sunlight. And this one does have the little black vinyl on the hood. And then you'll notice some of those gold trim pieces going around the vehicle. So on the roof rack of this vehicle, you can actually load up 800 pounds of static weight. So if you want to get a roof tent, if you're throwing kayaks, bikes, anything up there, that's a lot of weight to be supported when static. So that's a pretty cool feature. Now, as far as rear space goes, this is going to have a ton of storage. It's got a cargo cover in the back. It does have 60/40 split folding seats, and there's just a little button. So you can pull it on the side. It's going to kick those down, makes it super easy to load up. Like I said, if you're going camping, or maybe you're just off at Costco on a busy Saturday, it's going to make your life easier. But let's hop over to the CX-50 and we'll check out that exterior. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the CX-50. Again, this is the Meridian Edition, so it's gonna be kind of more of that off-road or overland look to it, and it's super cool. I think Mazda did a great job with the design language on this vehicle. And now the Meridian Edition, it's gonna give you that same black vinyl on the hood that says Meridian Edition in there. It's gonna have these really cool black and silver kind of accented wheels, and this is gonna have the Falcon Wild Peak tires. Now from there, you'll notice all the black accents around the vehicle, and it does come in a couple different colors, but this is the one I'm choosing. Out here in the sunlight, it looks so cool, and it just gives the vehicle a really low and sleek presence to it. Now this is going to have Mazda's turbocharged engine, which on the highway, compared to the Subaru, which got 28, this is going to get 29 miles per gallon. So it's still going to have an all-wheel drive system. This one's going to be an intelligent all-wheel drive to help you try and get the best possible fuel economy and help you out if you do have any slippage or when you're going off-roading. There's a few modes you can select from, which we'll take a look at inside. Now before we look inside this vehicle, let's hop over to that Subaru Forester and we'll check that one out. Okay, so now we're back inside the Subaru Forester, and immediately I cannot stress enough how comfortable these seats are. Now this is called StarTex, so it's Subaru's material that's not leather, it's kind of more like mock leather, but it feels amazing. It's super plush and it's very durable. So if you spill an ice cream cone or spill a soda on here, just grab a towel, wipe it up, and it's gonna be clean, it's gonna last for a really long time. It's really cool. You've also got the Subaru Wilderness embossed into the headrests here, and again, that gold stitching runs throughout. If you look at our steering wheel, we've got that gold on there, down on the shift knob. It just looks really cool, and it works really well with this green exterior. Okay, so let's talk about the infotainment screen. Now there's a little view button down here. So when I click that, you have a tiny camera up above, but that's just your forward-facing camera. So when I put the vehicle into reverse, that's gonna be your standard backup camera. So it's cool, you can run both of them at the same time, and it's not the best quality as far as some of the other ones out there, but it works. You're gonna be able to see what's behind you. Like I said, if you're backing into a campsite or a busy grocery store, it's gonna be easy and it's gonna make sure you don't run into stuff. This one does have heated seats. It doesn't offer the ventilated seats in the Forester. And then down here below, you are gonna have your X mode. So I know I keep going back to it, but if you're gonna be looking at the wilderness, off-roading, getting into some dirt, maybe some snow, you can kick it over, dirt and snow mode, or you've got deep snow and mud. So this thing's gonna try and bite in and give you the best traction possible. Now that power is gonna be given to you through a 2.5 liter horizontally opposed boxer engine. Now it's gonna get about 28 miles per gallon on the highway, and it's a symmetrical all-wheel drive. So that means it's always in four-wheel drive or that all-wheel drive system, and it's gonna try and help you get the best bite, whether it's raining or snowing, or if you're just on the highway and need to swerve quick. Symmetrical all-wheel drive is awesome, and it's gonna keep you safe. Now, a few other things in terms of safety, this is gonna have a host of safety features. You're gonna have Subaru's EyeSight technology, which is the two cameras up there in the windshield. You're gonna have things like blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, rear cross traffic alert, you name it, this 2022 Subaru is gonna have that built in for you, and it's gonna keep you and your family safe or any of your passengers in the vehicle. Now, a few other things that's pretty cool on the steering wheel, you've got everything you need right there. It's gonna have Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto, which once you plug it in, you will be able to access that, but you can program a couple phones in there, get your music going. Super cool, super easy to use. There's also the My Subaru feature, so you can make a service appointment just by clicking on there once you're set up. If it's your 24,000 mile maintenance, whatever it might be, it makes it really easy to just make an appointment straight through your infotainment screen. You don't have to think twice about it, just book it and you're all set. So let's hop back over to that Mazda and we'll check out that interior. Okay, so now inside the CX-50, again, we took a look at that Subaru Wilderness, which has a ton of cool equipment, but I don't think you can top these seats. I love this kind of terracotta look to it. It's almost got like a baseball glove stitching. It looks so cool, and they are super comfortable. This is also gonna have heated seats, so in those Minnesota winters, it's gonna be great. Again, very comfortable, and this feels like it will last a really long time. Now, this one does have the panoramic sunroof, so I've got the shade closed now, but you can kick that open. It does tilt and fold, and it will slide back, and it's really nice. It opens up the back seats very nicely. Now, in the back seats, there is 2 USBs similar to the Subaru Forester, so if the kids are in the back, they can keep their devices charged up and you're good to go. So just like the Subaru Forester, those are 60/40 split rear seats. So you can pull a little handle, those will kick down, and you do get a ton of cargo space in here. Now up front, we've got, like I said, the driver select mode, so the MI drive or my drive. You can go between normal, sport, and then an off-road mode. So it's just gonna help you out trying to get the best traction possible if you need it, or if you're feeling a little sporty, you can kick it in and there's paddle shifters on here, so you can have a little bit of fun. Now this is a full digital display over here. I think the technology in this vehicle is gonna be a little bit better than the Forester. This is gonna have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The infotainment, it's all controlled through this little knob down here, but once you get it figured out, whether it's the navigation or your CarPlay, there's also voice control on here. It's super easy and straightforward, but it does take a little bit of getting used to. Now it's all very minimal in here. I like that. I like that it's not a lot of distraction. There's not so much going on that you can't pay attention to the road ahead of you. And just like the Subaru, this is gonna have a ton of safety equipment in here. Blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control. It's gonna have a great backup camera in this one. I mean, it's going to be very similar to the Subaru Forester. It just kind of breaks down to style. This one to me is a little bit more sporty, where that one seems a little bit more off-road looking, but again, they're both very capable. So overall, comparing the two, what do we think? I mean, like I said, the Subaru seems a little more outdoorsy, where this seems like, yeah, you can still drive in the city, but if you need to go off-road, you can kick it into that off-road mode, and it's gonna be more than capable with these Wild Peak tires and the equipment and the turbocharged engine. It's a fun vehicle. I think this one's more fun to drive, where the Subaru feels a little bit more utility, right? This one still has a little tow hitch. You can put the bikes in and you can go, or the Subaru, same deal. You can load the bikes on top, throw stuff in and go away for a long weekend. Both are gonna be pretty similar with fuel economy and interior features, so it really breaks down to, do you like the look? Do you like how it feels when you're in the seat? This again is a little more luxury, which I like, but the Forester's been around for a really long time and it does everything really well. Same with this newer Mazda. I mean, you gotta get out, take it for a spin, see what you think. Okay, so we looked at the Mazda, we looked at that Subaru Forester, and which one is going to be best for you? Really, I think you gotta get out and drive them both and see what you think. They're both gonna have similar equipment, similar mileage, and maybe the styling can break it up for you, but you can visit us at either one of our Mazda or Subaru locations. Visit us online at walser.com and stop on in anytime, we'd be happy to help. Thanks again for watching.